think it's respecting the fact that we weren't here first, and I'm English, so, I have a long history of, being where we weren't first. So respect those that were here first, and that what that means.
As I understand it, it's wanting to do things that actually help to move the needle in some tangible way to actually, I don't know necessarily reparations, but some way make better things that have been bad in the past.
A meaningful reconciliation means that both sides are reconcile with each other over their history between each other.
Land back for people whose land was stolen, and just, I guess, listening to the people who are asking for it and actually, just listen to what they're after and not trying to tell them what's good.
It's a really complicated question and answer. I think quite simply, not to simplify it, but one where both sides can be happy or content and find a way to move on, and that won't happen in a couple of years, but hopefully in our lifetime that we can just have a solution.
I feel like meaningful reconciliation is more just like, instead of actually advocating for a lot more action firsthand, we first think about how to include Indigenous people into our conversations, actually bring more awareness into like what they're doing, what they've been through, and the challenges that they're facing right now.
Yeah, piggybacking off of her, I think true reconciliation is just bringing Indigenous people and Indigenous perspective into policy making and to including them into the conversation as we haven't for so many years.
Making up for the past injustices done to Indigenous people.
I mean, I think it means giving back land, honestly. I like the project that's going on over in Kitsilano, the 3 towers there, and the other project that's going on over at UBC. It's a start, right? And it has to start somewhere. I mean, we can't just go out handing out a bunch of money, but like it starts with like affordable housing and really a problem that affects everybody, not just Indigenous people, but mental health and addiction crisis that's happening right now. And the government needs to put more thought and time towards that, and money as well, right?
I don't know. For me, I think it means acknowledging the history of the land and the people who were, built this civilization society. Just means learning more about where you are and some of the sad history as well that comes with that. I think that's what it means for me. Yeah.
Do you think Indigenous rights should be legally protected?
I do, because otherwise how are we going to protect them, right? We have to respect that. The letter of the law is how we do that with most other things, so why not Indigenous rights?
Definitely, yeah, especially if it's in their own domain. And I feel like, because right now a lot of their decisions are being made in their own quote-unquote like territories, which the government like kind of circle them out into, which is not very great. But I feel like for the things that concern them, we should definitely be including them into their decision making and stuff.
Definitely, because it's their land, they're in the same society we are. We can't think of them as these separate outsiders that aren't a part of the society we live in, because that's the mindset that so many of us use, that I guess separate them from our society. And I think including them into decision making will bring them more into, I guess, embracing their culture more and not just separating them out and thinking that they're different from one another.
That is the Early Edition's Caleb Dysart, asking people in Vancouver what meaningful reconciliation would look like to them.